read to me the nameplate?
Judge Eboni K. Williams.
So the only thing that matters in this particular courtroom is how I see it. I am from North Carolina by way of Louisiana with some West Coast cool and a New York edge. Do we have a problem, ma'am?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Equal justice is all about the most important values of our country: freedom, integrity, and those are the things that I'm striving for. Ma'am, you run your household, this man gets to run his. I decided to become an attorney and pursue the law. I wanted to be a voice for the voiceless. This court cannot hold this woman accountable. People from all sectors of life, black, white, purple, gay, straight, queer, and that's what equal justice with Judge Eboni K. Williams is all about.
Rachel Michaels claims she was sent packing during a visit with her brother and his fiancée. Jonas Michaels and Sydney Stewart say the plaintiff was selfish and rude. The co-defendants are countersuing for $460.
I see I've got Rachel Michaels here as my plaintiff. And for my defendant, I see it's Jonas Michaels and Sydney Stewart. You two are defendants together, but you are also countersuing as well. I see Ms. Michaels is suing you for $523.75, and you are countersuing for $460. I will start with you, Ms. Michaels. Why are we in court today?
Okay, so first of all, Your Honor, I just want to say that I love my brother, and we have always had a great relationship since we were younger. We've always had disagreements and made up with each other. So I just broke up with my boyfriend, the love of my life, and I ended up moving out the apartment. And so I ended up finding a new apartment, but the renovations was going to take a week for them to get done.
Okay.
So originally I was just going to stay with some friends or get a hotel because I'm from Alabama. So I was going to stay there and just, you know, to thug it out for the week.
Yeah, couch
okay.
surf.
And so I was talking to my brother because we're close, of course. And so he insisted that I come stay with him for the week just to kind of relax and calm down. And said, yeah, like it would be a nice little trip. And then it was his birthday for the time, and he was having a party. So he's like, yeah, just come stay for the week. So he insisted that I come stay with him this week. And his fiancée, she agreed as well.
Okay, so y'all live together. I just want to, so now let's just slow it down. Did you invite your sister to stay with you or to stay with y'all?
I invited my sister to come stay with us.
With us, okay. And were you fine with that, ma'am?
Yes, I was.
Okay, continue.
Yes, and I have the text messages here where she actually...
Okay, go ahead and give every evidence piece to my bailiff, ma'am. The whole folder is great. Thank you.
Thank you.
She actually insisted, because I told her that I said, it's okay. I said, no, I don't, I said, that's not necessary. But she even said, oh, no, please come stay with us.
Okay, let me be the judge of it. Let's see here. Hey, are you still planning to get a hotel room while you wait to get your apartment renovated? That is from you, Madam Defendant? Okay, yes, that's the plan. Then you say, brother, how about you catch a quick flight and stay with us instead? It'll help take your mind off of things, meaning the breakup. You say, I don't think it's necessary. Then here comes Miss Fiancée. Rachel, stop it. You're going through a difficult time. There's no better way than to get over things that with family. Very kind, very considerate. Sydney's right. Come out. Let us help take care of you. You said, sure, that's very sweet. I'll come out. Okay, so this is family. Okay,
Exactly.
So this sounds lovely. How did this go from so lovely to so wrong?
Okay, so I get to the home, and it was nice. In my personal opinion, I thought everything was going well. We had the party going on, and so I think things turned sour once it was some friends in town, some of my college friends.
Some of your friends?
Yeah, some of my college friends. They just happened to be in town, and so they wanted to stop by before they left out to go back to where they were
Stop
from.
by their house?
Well, stop by to see me.
Stop by their house?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Stop by their house, and let me just also add that they told me to make myself at home.
In
Their house. Exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
And so I asked them, and they said it was okay. I said, come, two of my friends stop by. They said, yeah, sure. I said, okay, fine. So basically, after the party, it was a whole bunch of leftovers, like a lot. And they kept complaining, like, oh, it's so much food, it's so much stuff left over.
Who is they complaining? These
Both
two?
of them, yes.
Okay.
And that's
This is after your birthday party?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
That's all they was talking about, because it was a lot leftovers, and it was only two of them, and we was even eating it like it's just, so we ended up going to throw it away. But my friends came over to stop by just for a couple of hours, and so I was like, oh yeah, like, and it was girl time, you know, Your Honor.
Yeah, they're uplifting you.
We did drink some wine and cake, like I was going to the time, and came from the women's tree trying to uplift me, and you know, what better way than wine and snacks.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah.
She ain't never lie. Okay, go ahead.
So we were drinking it and, you know, just having a good time. And then the next thing I know, she comes busting in the house mad, like, oh, you drunk my wine, ate my stuff. I'm like, okay, like, it was so unexpected. It was like, even my friends, they were like, well, we need to leave. I'm like, yeah, y'all probably need to go. Okay. So they end up leaving, and I'm confused because nothing was labeled in the house. Nothing was labeled. Everything was just there, and so I'm confused. I'm confused at this point, and she just came like on 10, on 100.
You had left the home and then you came back?
Yes.
And then upon your return, you're seeing your
Cake
food
samples.
and your wine consumed by your soon-to-be sister-in-law and her guests.
Yes.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
Yes, nothing was labeled. Everything was just there. I have common sense to know not to eat something that looks delicate, there's something that looks separated from everything else. What I'm saying, nothing was labeled in the house.
And later,
And let's see your damages here. My goodness, so did you break your nose?
It did, yes. It did break.
And you were out of work for how long, ma'am?
6 weeks.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with the case of Rachel Michaels, who blames Jonas Michaels and Sydney Stewart for an unexpected hotel bill.
So was it that they were eating and drinking anything, or was it what they were eating and drinking?
Yes, it was my cake samples for the wedding. We were supposed to taste them the next day because we thought it was so many people for the birthday party that let's save that for the next day, just us, which is why we got the wine to pair it with the cake.
Okay.
And she's saying it wasn't labeled. Clearly, cake samples, you know how fancy that could be. It's clearly labeled on one side of the fridge, completely different than whatever leftovers she's talking about that were outside of the fridge, you know. So she had to go in there, really look, and take 15 cake samples and finish most of them. She didn't eat one of them because she doesn't like chocolate. That's about it.
Miss Michaels, let me ask you a direct question. Did you decide to treat yourself and your two friends to the cake sample and libations?
Unknowingly. Unknowingly.
Is that yes? Elijah?
I did. Your Honor, nothing was labeled.
Okay, so you said I did, right? Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's get to, she comes in on 10, 100 actually is what you said. But she's saying she's on 100 because this is her wedding.
Oh, I totally understand what you're saying, but she's not being honest with you, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, where is she leading me astray, ma'am?
Yes, nothing was labeled. Everything was just there. I have common sense to know not to eat something that looks delicate, there's something that looks separated from everything else. What I'm saying, nothing was labeled in the house. And she knows that. She's counter-suing me because I'm suing her.
Okay, and what are you suing her for? Because I know she's suing for the cost of the cake and the wine. Okay, and you're suing for what, ma'am?
Okay, so
the cost
after
of this, what is this hotel receipt I'm seeing in my
Yes,
photo?
okay, so after all of this happened, basically she kicked me out the house, but the way they did it, it was like, it was I can't even describe the word for it. It was extremely traumatizing. They basically told me to leave the house, and it was at nighttime. I don't know anybody in North Carolina. I'm not from there, and like my phone was on 5%, so they kicked me out. I had to basically stand outside with my stuff and try to Google somewhere to go while my phone's on 5%, and then get a ride share. And it was just like, I checked in the hotel at 8 o'clock at night, so it just happened so
abruptly.
And I'm like, this wasn't necessary because me and him, we are not like that. We always.
But y'all obviously are.
Because of her.
Well, now,
no, because of her, it is.
Oh, well, I'm not really convinced of that. So what do you have to say for yourself, Ms. Michael? These two ladies are doing a lot of talking. What do you say?
I honestly don't even want to be here right now.
If the plaintiff was not dragging you two into court to pay for her hotel room after y'all kicked her out allegedly, you would not be here. Y'all would not be standing over here as plaintiffs.
We would not be
suing for the cost of 15 pieces of cake sample. You would not have pursued that.
Correct, we would not.
Do you believe that your sister knew that she shouldn't have been eating those 15 cake samples?
I believe my sister knew that.
You believe she knew that?
I believe my sister knew that. Me and my sister, like I said, we've been raised together, and we hold each other accountable to any actions that we do.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, like, me and my older sister, like, you knew that was kind of wrong, just eating all the cake samples and drinking all 3 bottles of wine.
So you drank 3 bottles of wine, sis?
And I apologize.
Okay, so by apologizing, you are acknowledging to this court, ma'am, that you are taking some responsibility.
Well, no, because to keep the peace.
Ain't no but no.
Okay.
Ain't no but no. Because you just said, I apologize. What did you apologize for?
Because it was so much. I'm like, okay, girl, I'm sorry. Like.
So it was a fake apology. So are you fake?
Your Honor,
No, I'm just trying to
nothing is
understand.
fake about me. I keep it 100.
Okay, so
all the
then
time.
what
and
is
That
it?
was the issue. That was one of the issues. Is why because I keep it 100 all the time.
Okay, so
it's more to
no,
this.
no. Ms. Michaels, you're not gonna take me that fast. You keep it 100 all the time. So when you tell your brother and his soon-to-be wife, your sister-in-law in a minute, I am sorry, that is an authentic apology for admitted wrongdoing because you keep it 100, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, now, Ms. Michaels, I'm looking at an invoice. Now, it doesn't say basic one night, one guest situation. That's not what this says, right? You know what this says, right?
Yes.
It says deluxe suite, sleeps 2 people. Now, who you had in the bed with you?
Your Honor, nobody.
Okay, I'm just asking. But all things seriously. Okay, so $523.75 is what you spent on a hotel for 3 nights. Because after those 3 nights, you went home?
Yes.
Because your apartment was ready, is that correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. I think I'm gonna do something that's going to make both of you mad, which means I'm doing the right thing in my courtroom. Ms. Michaels, I'm dismissing your suit entirely. Why? Well, when you go to someone else's home, despite their urging and even insistence, you have to submit to their conditions. And they feel jointly that you were out of order, that you crossed the line, that you consumed things, food, wine, beverages that were not for your consumption nor for the consumption of your guest. Therefore, you were disinvited from the home, which cost you to incur the $500-some hotel bill. That's on you. Likewise, Mr. and Ms. Defendant, your claim, your counterclaim is also dismissed because the reality is you opened up the risk of some level of harm when you invited this young lady into your house. And then, more importantly, you admitted to the court that y'all wouldn't even be making that counterclaim but for her initial claim. That is what we call retaliatory in nature is the claim, and this court will not have it. Both the plaintiff and the defendant's claims are dismissed. That's my ruling.
All rise.
Judge Eboni has ruled. Both cases are dismissed.
And I still love my brother. And I hope I'm still invited to the wedding.
She's invited, but I hope she doesn't come.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
Did you complete your lease term? It sounds like not if you were only there for 6 months.
No, I did not.
Okay, because of the injuries or why?
After all of this happened, I did not break my lease agreement until
So you were gonna stay?
I was going to stay, exactly.
This is Equal Justice. Zoe Flores claimed she missed 6 weeks of work after she was injured because of her dilapidated apartment. Damian Galanis says Ms. Flores never complained, so it's not his fault. Mr. Galanis is countersuing for $2,600.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've got Zoe Flores here as my plaintiff. You are suing the defendant for $6,000. I see Damian Galanis as my defendant, so you have a countersuit for $2,600. Ms. Flores, why are we in court today?
Well, Your Honor, we are here because I am suing my ex-landlord for $6,000 in lost wages due to being rendered unable to work because of his negligence as a landlord leading to an accident.
You're saying that there was some negligence on his part. What was it?
Yes, Your Honor. There were things that were broken in the apartment that I didn't see when we moved in because I was rushed through the inspection. And
Rushed by, you're saying, the defendant?
yes, when we were doing the inspection, he rushed me through it. And then once you live in a place, as you know, you start discovering things that
Your
you
Honor,
didn't
everything was
notice.
in working order.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Galanis. I'll be right with you, sir. Go ahead, ma'am.
So the window would not open.
Okay.
The 3 kitchen drawers were
Yeah.
broken. And then the hinges on a cabinet door
In
were
the kitchen?
loose. The hinges, the metal hinges.
But in the kitchen?
Oh, yes. Sorry,
Okay.
Your Honor, yes.
It's fine. Ms. Flores, do you have any evidence, pieces of evidence, photos I can see of the damage?
Yes, Your Honor. if I
Please
may
give the
present.
folder to Elijah. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me see what we have here. I see one of these cabinet doors, ma'am, is on the floor. Why is that?
That is the one that fell off the hinges and struck me in the middle of my face.
So this was above what we see here, and it fell down and hit you in the face.
Exactly. It
My
was connected.
goodness. Okay, and let's see your damages here. My goodness. So did you break your nose?
It did, yes. It did break.
You were out of work for how long, ma'am?
6 weeks.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
And you also want her to pay you an additional $2,600 per your lease contract?
Yes, Your Honor. She broke the lease, and when I went to do the inspection of the premises, it was completely a mess.
Yeah.
And it was dirty. So yes.
This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with the case of Zoe Flores, who brought Damian Galanis to court over a broken nose.
All right, let me look at this lease agreement. So the plaintiff was in a lease agreement with the defendant. You are to give a 60-day notice or pay 2 months' rent if you leave early. Did you complete your lease term? It sounds like not if you were only there for 6 months.
No, I did not.
Okay, because of the injuries or why?
After all of this happened, I did not break my lease agreement until...
So you were going to stay?
I was going to stay, exactly. But then a shower door was loose. The hinges on the shower door was also loose. This whole apartment is falling apart.
Okay. Did you let the landlord know?
She's delusional.
Sir, did she alert you to some issues with the shower door? That's a simple question, sir. Yes or no?
No.
No. So he's saying that he had no idea.
I understand that may be how he remembers it, but
Okay.
we
let's look
definitely talked about it.
Okay. You moved out not because of this injury. You're saying you moved out because even after this, you were seeing more problems with the unit and he wasn't being attentive. Is it fair to say, Ms. Flores, that at some point you felt like you might be living in a death trap? Because that's how I would have felt.
I would agree.
Yeah.
It was very fight or flight.
So you kept $1,000 of her security deposit.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't even want that back.
Well, you're better than me because I would certainly be asking for it back. Okay. And you also want her to pay you an additional $2,600 per your lease contract?
Yes, Your Honor. She broke the lease, and when I went to do the inspection of the premises, it was completely a mess.
Yeah.
And it was dirty. So yes, I
Well,
kept
it
the...
sounds like you are a hot mess, Mr. Galanis, and so I'm not surprised to hear that the unit was a mess. It sounds like it was a death trap waiting to happen, and frankly, I think that you are getting off rather light here today. Nothing about this scenario gives me a sense that she contributed to actions that led to her injury.
Judge Eboni's verdict when Equal Justice returns. This is Equal Justice.
I believe that this was proximately caused by the negligence of you. Therefore, I'm going to hold you accountable, sir. I rule in favor of the plaintiff for $6,000 worth of lost wages because you shouldn't have to miss work, because if he had took care of it when you asked him to the first time, none of this would have happened, okay? Now, as for your counterclaim of $2,600, you're really fortunate I'm in a good mood today, Mr. Galanis, because I really want to not just only dismiss your counterclaim, which I'm doing, I want to give you an extra $1,000. But since you wanted to say I'm not going to ask for it, I'm not your lawyer. I'm the judge. So therefore, I am only giving the plaintiff the $6,000 you did ask for. Mr. Galanis, your countersuit is dismissed. That is my ruling.
All rise.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $6,000.
Any final thoughts for each other?
Damian, you are a petty and small slumlord, and if I never see you another day in my life, it will be too soon.
Zoe, you're the most problematic tenant that I've ever had, and I'm just glad that you're no longer there, and I feel sorry for the next landlord that you have.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.